Synchronization is a very fascinating topic and exciting because you can find synchronization in physics, you can find synchronization in biology, in psychology. Basically, synchronization is like everywhere.
We're looking at the connection between movement science, health science, and digital science. We are running a series of evaluation studies and experiments on synchronization, social synchronization, and human connectedness.
We are the researchers from the University of Montpellier, and more precisely from MetaV, Digital Health with Motion. We are part of the Sharespace project, and we are working on the social aspect of the future digital mixed reality platforms. We are leveraging knowledge from the human brain sciences and psychology about human joint action, and that means collaborative movement. And we're again trying to create more rich and embodied interactions between humans and virtual autonomous agents in virtual reality.
We are particularly interested in a proof of principle study, which we call synchronization.
So what we're trying to study is how humans leverage the function of synchronization between each other. And synchronization can encompass all types of movement. It can be a human movement as we normally understand, but it can be, for example, heartbeats or gaze.
So we want to see how we can manipulate that through synchronization and increase the feeling of social connection, which is also interesting because it's a fundamental need.
You know, there is this wonderful relation between how much in sync we are and the sympathy that we have for others.
So we are asking people to synchronize their movement, and then we are recording their movement through a system of camera that is tracking their motion. We are also tracking their physiological activity, can record in real time their cardiac activity to see if it's influenced by social connection, for example. We are also using questionnaire to ask them how they feel at the moment, and then we are analyzing that to see if there is a link between synchronization, pain, and social connectedness.
So what we want to do is bring this rich information that is encoded in a movement, amplified by synchronization, to create very rich interaction on those future digital mixed reality platforms.
The impact of this kind of experiments in Sharespace, we think, relates to different scenarios in real-world situations. So we have in Sharespace some sports applications, some artistic application, and some health-oriented application, where the synchronization aspect is key. However, I think the most impacting aspect of the project is for the metaverse and the different types of metaverse that are flourishing, in Asia, in the US, and in Europe. And this is important because we're going to be more and more in those digital spaces.
And so right now, the problem is that most of the technology we're facing, there is no body. So basically, there is no motion. The motion is not represented very well. Also, in virtual reality environment, you often have to interact with avatars that are not very well representing human motion.
Once we will be technologically ready to create those embodied experiences, we don't know how it's going to play out. We don't know what's going to happen and how it's going to impact our sociality.
So it's very important for us also to be able to understand how people will interact with this avatar. So we are trying to recreate this motion through our experiment to see if we can modify this motion to look a bit more like human motion. We are more and more interacting with artificial intelligence, so autonomous agents. So it's very important for us to look at that as a scientist to be able to forecast what will go on for the next couple of years.